Hello there. It's the preamble. The part of the show where we say, hey, we are aware that we are under surveillance visible by other people. We don't want it, never asked for it. If someone is making money off of it, it is not us. And we want out. I actually managed to put the PayPal link in the description. So if you felt like tipping us, that money would help us secure a launching point to get out of the state, which is the only thing that we think we can try that will make a damn bit of difference at this point. Again, we'll probably put a post out over the weekend if you are a person who could take us in. It's just the one body. There's just 5 of us in it. And like 2 bags. We could make our way to you. We would very much be appreciative of that. We are on social media on the Fediverse at Eternal September at thick.horse. That's thick with 2 C's. And we have an email at joyandsolace@gmail.com. Apart from that, we're just doing the things that we can do to stay alive. We are comically waiting to hear back from our old employer to see if our complaint of retaliatory firing is actually going to lead to anything. You know how employers who fuck up that bad definitely always internally decide that, yes, we did fuck up that bad and you do deserve recompense. Looking into lawyers too. That's a harder row to hoe because you know how everything is. Anyway. Did I set that as global? I didn't. Delete and redraft. There we go. So that's the toot out. Here comes the syncope. welcome, friends. It's good to see you. My name's Remy, and I was thinking about Tom's Diner a little earlier. You know the song Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega? I was a little, I was down on that song for a really long time uh, because of the way, um, because of the way I was. It had nothing to do with the song, really. It's kind of this inflexible thinking that I was annoyed by how many prepositions it used. Like basically every line of that song is a prepositional phrase. So I was stuck in that mode of disliking it for a while for that reason. And then we started thinking about it some more, a little more deeply, and it's like, okay, yes, this is all prepositional phrases, but what is it trying to do with that idea? Um, to the point where we actually really like the song specifically for that reason. It's using the fact that it is all prepositional phrases and the fact that it is all in present tense to kind of ground the listener in the time and place that the singer is singing from. It's just trying to encapsulate in a bubble, like a one very specific moment in time where she is sitting in the morning at the diner on the corner, waiting at the counter for the man to pour the coffee. And I don't know, it's nice. Don't know why it showed up. It's like that sometimes. Anyway, Dark Souls. Um, we're we're in Blighttown. No, content warnings first. I guess there's some extra ones I need to do because it's Blighttown. So fuck. Dark Souls. If you've not played it before, if you've not seen it before, it is a game with a lot of violence in it of the medieval fantasy variety, the hacking and slashing, the shooting of bows, the magical fire, etc. Um, it's done with very little gore, but a little bit of blood splatter. Most of our enemies are undead of some stripe, so there's not a lot of blood in them to be removed. Um, there's some body horror elements. We saw that with the Gaping Dragon, which I realized while I was setting up for this, I should have done a better job content warning for. And um, a lot of just a lot of sadness. It's a very sad world Dark Souls inhabits. So be prepared for that general feeling of despair. Um, I feel like I should be warning for something very specific. Spiders, right. If all goes according to plan, as they said, referencing a Rugrats bit, um, we will be seeing a boss that is mostly spider by volume. I'll warn more specifically when we're about to get to her, uh, but your content warning for spiders. I think that's everything I need to give for the game. Content warnings for myself. I am a strange person who occasionally makes weird sex jokes or speaks frankly about their trauma. If that's not your vibe, that's okay. If you find that something you're okay hanging around with, I'm happy to have you here. If you're here simply to mock that, don't do that. Be a better person. That's the thing. You could choose at any moment to just be a better person. And yes, you're going to lose a lot of the people who've crowded around you because they're also fucking terrible and miserable. But you don't have to do that anymore. You could theoretically go find some more people who aren't terrible and miserable and be friends with them. It would help you be less terrible and miserable in the long term. Should I start doing this? No, I'll think about that later. It worked for us, mostly, and then a thing happened, and yeah. Uh, Hi there. I apologize. I'm going to just sort of skim over this name, NCREC 6040. It's good to see you. Let me know if there's something you would like to be called besides your username. It's good to have you here. I'm going to hit the buttons to make Dark Souls show up. Just NCREC, yeah. Okay. The 6040 is an artifact of when YouTube decided everyone needed @ handles. Oh no. We're fortunate in that the things we choose to call ourselves don't usually get like a whole bunch of people trying the same name, so we don't often have that like long appendage of a name. All right, there's Dark Souls for you. Press any button. And we're just gonna, oh hey. I'd forgotten I had those other ones. Well, not forgotten. I just kind of had sort of put them in the back of my mind because I'm doing this. I'm doing the stream one. So here we are in Blighttown. Beautiful and terrifying, depending on your definition of both beauty and terror. Oh, hey. There's these folks down here. Please go away. Please go away now. What else is down here? I got so. Ooh, okay. There's a thingy out on this. Very. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't go too far from the fucking bonfire. I can get those 35,000 souls back, surely. Why do I have 35? Oh, right, because I beat Gaping Dragon last stream. Cool and great and good. Majestic, you died sound effects. I've never really thought about it. It is a really good one. Like that, you died, like text, death, animation, and sound effect are, oh, come on up. Like, they're iconic for a reason. And it's because they come together really well to sell the, oh darn. Let's go ahead and turn that into a downward attack while I'm about it. Now, where'd that dog come from? The one that just shoved me off that bench. That's not something I've really thought about before, but it's incredibly useful. Not useful. It's incredibly well made, that death screen. Because, I mean, I guess it's useful too in that it does a very clear job of indicating that you have died, which is its purpose. But it's also, how do I want to phrase this? It's got gravity it does let you know, assuredly, that you have died. But it's not terribly annoying, which is good considering how often a new player to this game would have to see and hear that text treatment and sound effect. I'm just gonna let this incredibly... No. There we go. Is that where the dog came from? Did you get all the way over that swinging, get all the way over that? Good on you. I just had all that trouble. I'm amazed you got there. Oh, ever swirling. I should spend these 36,000 souls that I have access to, before I fuck up irrevocably and lose them. Because this will finance like 10 levels or so. What is causing those planks of wood to sway like that? Like, I guess just the idea of it is that it's not particularly well put together, and someone suddenly putting their weight on it means that it swings all back and forth. How many levels can we get out of this? 1, 2... I'm just gonna fucking do it with the mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Where do I want to put those? While I'm doing this, I hope that you, Rec, are having a good day. You don't have to share your life with me if you don't wish to. But I'd like knowing about the people who choose to come into the stream. This is meant to be a social area, after all. It's been good. Glad for you. What about anything with strength? Does that even do anything for the... types of weapon I use? I'm not really going to be able to see that without backing all the way off. I've been getting up earlier in preparation for a retail job that should be starting soon. Oh. First of all, good on you for putting in the work. Second, you have my there's a word I want, and it's not fucking coming to me. I have some fellow feeling. We worked in retail for fucking... like 4 or 5 years or something like that. At the mall, at the local mall. I did mean condolences, thank you. We worked up at our local Macy's for a long time. Got to be a shift leader there, and it was a lot. There are certainly worse jobs. Oh, right, the dog spit fire. I forgot about the fact that the dog spit fire. Oh, I really thought that I had stopped that. Hey, are you gonna let me go before you drain all of my blood? Like we were on the... I was about to say early shift, but such was the work that we got to the store at like 4 in the morning and then left at like 6 in the evening. Because Macy's didn't want to hire enough people to do the jobs that they had available. They needed to pay for all of that parade float money, you see. I hope that your working experience will be better than ours, is what I'm saying. I'm hearing the growling. I am hearing it. I guess... Oh, hey. I forgot about you. Let's get up closer before I image describe you, because you're... Oh, I haven't really talked about Blighttown. So, hey, here's Blighttown. It's built between the arches of an aqueduct system via means of a bunch of really slapshod-looking wooden platforms and bridges between those platforms. It all sort of looks rickety and like it'll fall apart any moment, but it never does. It's one of those. It's made competently because people have to be here. Who's this other motherfucker? Come on. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Shoddy enough to sway when you step on it, but strong enough that it keeps swaying forever. I think I have that. I think I have that sentence in my dating profile somewhere. Oh, right. So, I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to talk about it because... like actual lol, like giggling with air coming out of the nostrils kind of lol. Thank you. I do try. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it because as much as I love Dark Souls and as much as I love FromSoft games altogether, there's a thing that they do sometimes which bugs me, and it is just sort of taking bad character, like bad. I'm wanting to be careful with what I say because I want to say the thing very specifically. They use archetypes for enemies for places like this, the sort of gronkier places, which look like racial caricatures sometimes. Like, like this, the little dude with lashed together armor and a blowgun is kind of a problematic kind of a problematic stereotype of like folks from island nations. These lanky fuckers with the bones. The great big caveman guys with gray skin. There are definitely games where this sort of... Do I want to use the word appropriation? I don't think I do. I want a different word, but that word isn't coming to me. Where it's worse. But FromSoft does do it. They even did it in Elden Ring, although in Elden Ring it's slightly better because they're trying to make a point with it. Ow, okay, yep, you just did run up behind me. Oh, am I gonna... No, I sure aren't. I'm sure not. Well, that was fun. It is a little ick. Again, it could be a lot more ick. And I'm not gonna spend a lot more time on it. But I did just want to say that it is a thing. Camera's trying its hardest there. Yeah. Camera's trying to do its job. Yep. All right. We're gonna do that again. It's gonna be fun. This time I'm gonna use my strats properly. And I'm going to get murdered less. It's all we can hope for. Where the hell did that one guy even fucking come from? Up there? Okay, well, okay, that's fine. That's good. As long as it's just one of you. I can deal with that. Well, I said that, and now here comes the second one of them. The dogs. The fire dogs that are on fire. Or I guess they're not on fire, they just breathe fire. Those are two different things. Alright then, come on down here then. It's tricky to breathe fire and not also be on fire. That is true. That's why dragons have scales and why people who do it spend a lot of time making sure they can do it right. So that they don't, you know, catch on fire. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so we took out, I didn't even describe it, the great big thing with all the tentacles. It was fine. It was latched onto a wall down there. I came up behind it and murdered it without having to interfere with the tentacle part of it. Alright, so I need to be a lot more careful about maneuver through this part. Where are you? I hear you breaking pots up there. I wonder how much, like, people who juggle fire or dance with fire or do, like, fire breathing. Just kind of write off, you know, sometimes mild heat abrasion as part of the job. No, okay. I mean, I came over here. I might as well fight you. I feel like it would be rude not to. There we go. And kick. Can I fall off this side? I mean, the answer is yes. I can fall off anything once. Can I fall off it and survive? And the answer is probably no. That's the other thing I really dislike about Blighttown, and I know it's gonna bite me in the ass at least one more time before I'm done here. Just the fucking... just getting absolutely goddamn lost. And the maze of ladders and paths. Yeah, Snakes and Ladders was initially supposed to be not supposed to be, was a parable. about the trials and transgressions that can get you or keep you from heaven. I remember reading that once. I actually don't know if it's true. Maybe I should fact check that. I'll do that on break. In the meantime, I'm going to be up here for just a moment and wait for the Boneman. Snakes and Ladders actually has Indian origins. Yes, I'm glad you're saying that, because that's also the thing I was referring to. It's possible I still have it wrong. I think it's kind of like that, but not with heaven. It's possible I'm misremembering something I read. Again, I'll go do my fact checking on the break and report my findings. Not with heaven, with whatever the Indian form of enlightenment is. I want to say nirvana, but that's explicitly Buddhist. That's not correct. There we go. Make our way through this little cave. Down into, ooh, one of the cisterns. I'm a trans turn myself. Am I? Oh, no, here we go. Okay, well, holy shit. Okay, I kind of had forgotten about you. It's sort of what would happen if you took a fly, cut it in half, and then set the bit that you cut in half on fire. Oh, it also made it huge. I forgot the part where you would have had to take the fly and make it huge. We're just gonna not leave those around as much as possible. Because holy fuck. Oh, motherfucker. Could you stop? Would you stop? Okay. Managed to get away from most of that. Oh, motherfucker, there's my falchion. Good. It's gonna take a while before I can, like, level that up to the point where it's useful, but I'm glad that I have it. Oh, no you don't. There's these. Here's the other part of Blighttown, right? Once you get out of the area that's all, like, falls that you can't fall down because you will die from the distance of the falling down that you will do. They start introducing these fuckers, they're small, little flies, not like these big flies that they set on fire. That sort of swoop up behind you and shoot blood at you. And I suppose I'm grateful that they don't start coming at you sooner when you're up on the high walkways that you will die if you fall down. I love the weird creatures this series has. I also love the weird creatures this series has. I did quite a bit of time, was it yesterday? Yeah. We changed the streaming schedule recently. Yesterday, talking about the Gaping Dragon and how much I just fucking love the Gaping Dragon's whole deal. Like, they set out to make a really disturbing, grotesque thing and knocked it all the hell way out of the park. Ow. Ow? Ow and stop. Okay. You didn't stop and didn't care about my ow. That's fine. I have to get all the way back down there, huh? Yeah. Where's the next bonfire? Was I just on the other side of it? Ow, acknowledge. Stop, not acknowledge. I thought maybe I could just run past all of them. Ow, acknowledge, stop, not acknowledged is the thing that makes you a bad dom, by the way. Not you specifically. It's the thing that would make one a bad dom. Okay, good. You came all the way out here. Here comes these fire dogs. There we go. As long as I take care of one, the other one can just sort of backstep itself off the walkways, and that solves my problem for me. Pick up these absolutely 0 bloodstains. Or it's 1 bloodstain, it just doesn't have any souls attached to it. Oh! That's very disappointing. I should have just let it go. It might start raining outside. Sure sounds like it's thundering. Can I just... Can I use these taller walkways to get around you to where I don't have to fucking deal with your whole shit like at all? Like, the answer's kinda no. I can slide down there, but that will still not put me in a position where I can land easily. Okay, well, I'm just gonna let your pathing take you over there, and then I'm just gonna run around you. Which also solves my problem. Well... Okay, good. I was wondering if I could do that parry. It turns out I can. I don't know if I can do it consistently, which is sort of the... Oh, no. Here comes, fortunately, only one of the fire dogs. Let's get them gone. Where'd the other one go? Don't know. Don't really care. What's new, Richter? Ugh. Well, shit. I don't like that very much, because I gotta take care of this one here before the other two I just saw climb up that ladder. Alright, well... You're... This is kind of down there. What's going on with you? Oh, there you go. You figured it out. Oh, that's what's going on with you. You're stuck in a falling animation because your buddy's underneath you and you can't, like, get down. You're just sort of continually falling off of your friend's back. There you go. Now let's come up here. It'll be fine, you know, for a given value of fine. There you go. See, look how easy that was. I didn't break a sweat. I've never, I think, really noticed that I had sort of... I knew they were bones, but I kind of thought it was just like one big weirdly shaped bone, because there's, you know, like monstrous creatures down here. No, it is a whole corpse that the bonesmen are hitting you with. Can't say as I enjoy it. A whole corpse probably would not make my top 5 favorite things to be bludgeoned to death with. I'm just trying to think what would be on that list, but I think that's not actually information I want to put out in the world. Hey, here's this asshole. Alright. Here's the thing, is that I'm just gonna let you go back over there, because I do not want to fight you on the walkways. But I also don't want to fucking have your little buddy the bonesman come after me. Well, okay, I guess we can just do it this way. It's fine for a given value of fine. Actually can do this fight right here. It's just going to be a lot more complicated than I want it to be. There we go. We're just going to keep circling around you and hitting you in the Goocher. Oh, shit. Well, weapons at risk, and I don't like that. I have other weapons I can switch to, but they are not as strong as the +5 scimitar I'm wielding. Okay, I just need to be... I bought a repair box, I just need to be careful until we get to the next bonfire. And in fact, once we get down the trans turn here, I think I will... just sort of run past all the fireflies and the blood swarm. Like, actually, I can just probably jump right off here, off the edge, and have that be... Huh, it turns out no. Turns out no, I can't jump off the edge right there. Because the hill was too steep, you see. That's incredibly frustrating. So it's not as bad as yesterday, where I had to do the same run back like 6 times. Looking for purging stone materials, but, you know, I still would rather have not have. Oh no, I just did a whole mental thing. Because you've said sad trombone. And what appeared in my head, because of course it did, well, is, well, it's not a sad trombone. The trombone itself is neutral. It's playing a sad, like, it's playing like a sad musical sting. But even the sting itself is neutral. The sadness is within you. And it's based on, like, cultural conditioning. It's just notes. It doesn't even have to be sad for you. It could be funny. And in fact, even in the, like, proper application of that meme, the fact that it is sad is the thing that makes it funny. Perspectives. Alright. Suppose we'll just take care of this here. Oh, I should have. And I will. I just don't want to. Ah, fuck. Okay. Great. So, I can fix this, I just need to do it properly. I had sort of forgotten that I needed to repair the weapon, which is why I was doing like half damage. But it's fine. It won't take a lot to repair, and I have a chunk of soul on me. There we go. Use one of the large souls. What? 1,000? That should be enough. Oh yeah, by a long way. Might as well repair everything else just while we're in here. What's a long way? Well, that's the wrong unit of measure to think about. Okay, good. I think I managed to pull only one of the fire dogs. Yeah, looks like it. There we go. That went a lot faster. Hey, it turns out when your weapon's sharp, you can actually get shit done. There we go. That's much easier. Just kick them off the side of the thing. I should do that more often. Okay, we're almost to the other side of this. Almost to the part where I can stop being on these fucking platforms and instead deal with that whole fucking spider. The entire one. Oh, it's you two again. Hey, can you bumblefucks just go ahead and get up this ladder so I can murder you? You'd be doing me a favor. Come on. There you go. Come on then, with your entire body that sort of looks like a mannequin, but that's just sort of a function of the way that the things are. The way the character models worked on the PS2. 3? Dark Souls PS2 or PS3? Demon's Souls was PS2. No, wait, I think that's wrong also. That is wrong. Oop, okay. Right, Demon's Souls was PS3, which I presume means that Dark Souls was also PS3. Gotta be careful doing the rollback. that's fine. That's good enough. I got past you. It's cool. I can get in here, and then we can have the fight in a place that means I won't accidentally fall to my death. If I die, it'll just be by your massive club, which is way better to be bludgeoned to death with than, you know, a corpse. I'm still not making the official ranking, but of those two things, I would prefer to be bludgeoned to death with, you know, something that looks like a quarter of a tree rather than an entire person. Let's go ahead and take that dung pie, I guess. What the hell do you even use dung pie for? I feel like it's bait for something, but I can't remember what. Okay. We're down the trans turn. We're going down the things. We're at the place where I inadvisably decided to jump off last time. Is there anything worthwhile over there? I mean, I can get over there. So presumably there's something. Can't currently remember what. We're just going to very carefully make our way across this incredibly narrow wooden beam. Oh. Well, yeah, it looks like there isn't anything over here. I'm just gonna scrunk and scrabble over this way. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to, like, be up there and then fall down from here, and it's a shortcut, except it's an unbelievably perilous shortcut. I'm glad I didn't try and take that unbelievably perilous shortcut, because I would have just fucked it up. Good. Get off the body. Get off of me. Thank you. Okay. We're almost back down to ground level. And I'm looking around and trying to figure out the easiest way to get down, one that perhaps means I won't have to fight quite so many of the fireflies. But I don't think it's a question I get to answer. I think I just have to go. I think I just have to follow the path. I mean, I can just scoot around you, I guess. Oh. Little buzzy fuckers had a two-hit combo that time. Good for them. Alright, we're just gonna jump off this side and then run. Because fuck it. Yes, I'm aware I'm poisoned. It's like that. I just need to get in here where the fucking bonfire is, and I need to light this bonfire, and then I need to sit at this bonfire. And then A, I won't be poisoned anymore, and B, all of my health will come back. Alright. Good. We never have to look at those fucking walkways ever again. But I'm probably going to eventually because I need to go back and get some shinies off of them, I think. Thank you. I'm glad to have your obvious support in this trying time. Pick up a dragon scale. Oh, foo. How do I do this? We get out here. And no, I need to, fuck. Okay, hang on. I need to activate a thing, so I need humanity first to do that. Hang on. Browse and use. And crack one of the twin humanities. Did that work? I got attacked in the middle of doing that. Hey, did that waste my twin humanities? No, it didn't. Good. I was going to be very sad. Okay. So we're going to kindle this bonfire. Except we can't while you're hollowed. So I'm going to reverse hollowing first. Then we're going to kindle the bonfire. Okay. There is actually a lot of stuff here to do at the bottom of Blight Town. But because I hate Blight Town, I'm not going to. Instead of that, I'm going to rush directly for the boss fight that we need to go fight. Oh, right. Mildred. Dark Spirit Maneater Mildred has invaded. Hi, Mildred. There you are. I didn't want to fight you with the fireflies around. Hang on. I'm just going to juke the fireflies and run this way. And we'll fight in this little gully wash over here, where we won't be interrupted. Nice try. Mildred, by the way, a very strong-looking woman in a what I'm going to charitably call a bikini. It is just sort of a loincloth and top. With a sack over her head, wearing a massive cleaver. So presumably she's one of the chefs, I guess. Oh, hey, even got the butcher knife. Okay, so that out of the way. Let's go ahead and drink a flask. Go ahead, kill this firefly here. Here's the blood swarm. Get rid of you. And now I'm just going to run over to the boss fight and not worry about all the rest of this shit. Oh, I am still poisoned. It's poison, not toxic, which is good. Because toxic grows a lot faster. I'm not gonna bother to unpoison myself until I get to the other side of the swamp, because you know, it's just sort of wasting moss clumps. Grab this. What's this? Oh, large titanite shard. I'm gonna need that here in a bit. Once I manage to get back to Andre. Oh, right. So these large folks, have traded out the 2/3 of a tree with just a massive rock. Which, I don't know, I think in the rankings, and again, I'm not making a full official ranking, but between 2/3 of a tree and a massive rock, I think I still take 2/3 of a tree. I'm just gonna heal. There's lots of signs down here. That one's for you. Oh, there's Mildred. And isn't Solaire around here somewhere? Hey, Solaire. Where'd you go? You out here somewhere. Yeah, I don't want to go out there. I think the answer is yes. I think Solaire's summon sign is down there somewhere, but in order to do that, I would have to fuck with those dudes with the massive rocks, and I don't want to do that. So we'll just go with Maneater Mildred, who's on our side now, because we vested her in single combat. That's how that works. That's how chefs are, you see. And you with the Hermes wings, why not? Clarion? Good to have you, Clarion. Hey, this is the spot where we're going to see a massive spider, so if you have an issue with spiders, you will probably have an issue with this boss. Oh no, the grubs are coming for us. I'd forgotten about the grubs. Uh-oh, okay. I have no issue and much interest. Yeah. So, here's Quelaag. Roughly 70% spider by volume, and then the rest is hot lady with long fingernails. With her whole entire titty out. And I'm just kind of gonna do my thing and stay around behind Quelaag. Keep her attention, because I guess Clarion's on the Monobolt strat, which works. And then Mildred's just gonna run up with her meat cleaver and meat cleave, because she knows no other life. Okay. So I need to watch out for that. That massive screen clearing attack that Quelaag does. She gives me plenty of time. I just need to remember that she does it. So I can roll backwards. Just like that. There we go. There we go. 3 people, that takes basically no time at all. Hooray. Thank you, Clarion. Thank you also, Mildred. We got a whole bunch of stuff out of that. Including, I think, our first boss soul? I don't think we got another one. Yay, 1. Copy of original, yay. That felt good. And here's the lever to ring the second of the Bells of Awakening. Because again, if you'll remember from Lord Gwyn's Big Book of Lies, we were told there was 1 bell to ring, but in fact there are 2. As above, so below. And what ringing both bells does is let this giant here know that someone's rung both bells and it's time to open up Sen's Fortress. That's where Sigmire was sitting outside before, so now Sigmire can get in. And I wish him the best of luck. We'll probably never see him again. So we can go further down. And I'm going to. There is a path ahead, which is true. I'm going to come out here first. Down through this tunnel. I didn't really mention the tunnel and how it was full of dudes. It's full of dudes like this dudes. There's it's just some people. They're on the ground with their hands in front of them, clearly praying, but most of their body has been taken over by what is clearly an egg sac. I'm going to light this bonfire and do the level ups. Or do I want to do the level ups? No, not quite yet. I want to take my shit and go see Andre first real quick. But the sign said path ahead in front of this wall, so let's make the wall not be there anymore. And there's another one of these egg sac people, so we can talk to this one.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant?
Let's go with yes.
But you have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
Oh, I love our fair lady. In Hartford, Heatherford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly happen. And there's another bonfire here, and the Pale Lady, which is another massive spider with a woman in the center. There's not another way through this way, right? No, there is not. So, ordinarily, if you try to talk to the fair lady, she will just make some noises at you. But I took the old witch's ring as my starting gift, which means that I will be able to understand her, and it's tragic because of course it is. It's fucking Dark Souls.
Quaylag, my dear sister.
Ah, I see.
Quaylag, what is it?
No, I'm not Quelaag. I just smell like her because I've got her, Yeah, you know what? It's not important.
Quaylag, my dear sister. The eggs, it hurts. They've gone still. I am afraid it may be too late. I am so sorry, dear sister. I'll be fine. I have you, dear sister. But promise me that you will take care of yourself.
Well, yeah. Could have gone better.
Enter a covenant again. Of course. Let me try.
Let us join the Spider Lady's Covenant, because honestly, I like the Fair Lady better than I like the fucking, dickhead priest who, gave me money to go away. Pyromancy, great chaos fireball. So the way the covenants work is that you can raise ranks in the covenant by providing usually some sort of icon of the covenant. In the case of the fair lady here, it is humanity. We have 2 humanity to spare, so we could just give her those. We would get rewards. I can't remember what all they are, and I also can't remember if any of them are of terrible interest to my build. I'll look that up later. She can also reinforce our Estus flask, which I might as well do. I have a Firekeeper's soul, and it's the only Firekeeper's soul that you can get without, you know, removing one from a current Firekeeper. So we're just gonna do that. Our Estus flask is now +1.
I'll be but that
I...
Goodbye, Quaylag. Do be safe.
Yep. Certainly.
You speak the tongue of the fair lady? Well, do not be rash with your pride. You have yet to earn my trust.
Okay.
If you try anything funny with the fair lady, there will be hell to pay.
Trust me, I absolutely will not be trying to do anything more to her than I have already done by taking away her sister. What do you have? Oh, check certain of the Daughters of Chaos, which again I'm not going to do right now. Modify equipment, but I don't have any
There
equipment
is no
that does
time
that.
for idle chat. Think only of our fair lady and what she may need.
Well, apparently what she needs is humanity, and that hit harder than I thought it was going to coming out of my mouth. We'll come back and deal with that. There's more stuff we can do further down where we saw that other bonfire. But doing it would require us to have a fight that I'm not really confident in being able to beat right now. So we're going to do things along the intended path and go up to where we saw Sen's Fortress open. That is, if I can get there without dying, because again, we're going to have to go up from Blight Town now. Not through the same twisting ladder maze, but through a slightly more direct route that is still dangerous. Oh, hey, the grubs. Forgot about you. So this is what happens when one of the yeah, there we go. One of the bug guys, the folks with the egg sacs on their back, get popped open. They release grubs. Just gonna go ahead and take them out at a distance because they're very low to the ground, and the weapon I use doesn't really have an answer for that. And also I have a shit ton of arrows, so, you know, might as well. What'd I buy them for? I'm just gonna right, good. I'm annoyed that you can immediately pick up a whole new massive rock. It feels like it should take more effort on your part. Alright, so back out into Blight Town proper. And
I am Quailana. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. Are you too one who seeks my black Salomon?
No, not right now.
You have spoken.
There's a. I'll come and talk to you later, because, quite frankly, I did not know you were there. I feel like I have never once spoken to that NPC. And I'm interested to learn more of your shit. It's just that there's big dudes right now, and I don't want to fuck around with that at the present time. We'll come back down here and do all the shit you can do in Blighttown later when everything isn't quite this terrifying. Experience gained, levels leveled. We wrote this this thing once. I'm on the fence about what to call it. Because it's kind of a story, it's also kind of an essay. I guess also like slightly autobiographical. When we were just coming out talking about how being trans is like choosing the wrong character in your first D&D game. Oh, fuck. Shit, I have so little time in order to get this done. Browse and go down to Blooming Purple Moss Clump, and then please use that item. Oh, this sucks. This sucks and I hate it. Okay, it's fine. I got there. Do I want to be in here, actually? I don't, but it's a little late. Oh, little camera is trying its best. Okay. Oh, I can't even reach you from where you are. It sucks. Can I just get away with that? Doing like peek out? Ooh, no. I kinda gotta wait until you're done with your thing. Then I can get in a cheap shot. Oh. No, damn it. I have to do that micro all over again. Here's the thing, that I also have to do it with a keyboard and mouse. As the... Oh, that's interesting. Uh-oh, I'm about to die. That's a bummer. Yep, there's nothing I can really do about that. My best shot is to just, like, die closer to where I spawn. So that I'll be able to pick up my echoes better. There we go. I was out of blooming purple moss, the stuff that fixes toxic. I just had the regular purple moss that fixes poison. That's a shame. This is why I fucking hate Flight Sound. This and all the falling you have to do to get to this point, where instead of falling, you're dealing with poisons all the time. Go ahead and eat that moss clump and heal. Ow. Fucking blood swarm. No, I'm not dealing with you. Okay. I'm not gonna go in there and deal with that, even though there are useful things to get in there. I'll come back when I have the capability to actually handle that zone. It's like what I was talking about the Silver Knight in the first stream. It's like they put the Silver Knight there to remind you that you don't have to do everything right now. You can come back and do shit later when you're more prepared. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to drink my juice. We have a the treasure chest. Key to the new Londo ruins. Yes, key to the new Londo ruins. So now we can get out to the new Londo ruins. If we want to make that mistake. Because if I can't take those little toxic fuckers in their cubby hole, there's no way I'm going to be able to deal with the new Londo ruins. What with its incredible supply of ghosts. We're almost out. There's just like 2 more of those fuckers with the 2/3 of a tree standing between me and the door to blessed sunlight. That? No, you need like 1 more hit. There you go. And last fucking one. This has gone extraordinarily well. I only died once. If you don't count all those other times I died. I've only died once between Quaylogs and this place. How about that? All of that falling off of shit in the first part of Blighttown doesn't count, because that's just what Blighttown's like. You just fall off things. And then die to poison and toxicity. There we go. We didn't know the word toxicity growing up. Being like the condition of being toxic, right? And so we always pronounce the System of a Down album as Toxic City. Because, you know, it had like the Hollywood sign out front. Or on the cover of it, rather. Now that I've said that out loud, I wonder if that is a purposeful double entendre on the part of System of a Down. I guess the line in the song is the toxicity of our city. Right, I'm glad I remembered to pull this lever before jumping into the elevator shaft, because the elevator isn't there. And I would have just fallen and died. That would have been hilarious, but sad. Okay, we've made our way back to Firelink Shrine, where I am currently hoping that everything is okay and that nothing is ruined. Oh, well. That's not what we wanted. I didn't even let that fucker out of his cage. Like, okay. So, there's a thing that I apparently missed. There's this dude called fucking Lautrec. And he's this asshole in gold armor, and for the life of me, I can't remember where I was supposed to run into him. I think he's in the bell tower, and you get him out, and he's like, "Oh, hi. Here, I've been trapped, and it sucks. Thank you for making me not trapped anymore. I'm gonna go head back to Firelink Shrine, like everyone else does." And then you head back to Firelink Shrine, and he's like just sort of sitting down there looking at the Firekeeper. All of the bonfires have a Firekeeper that is keeping the bonfire alive, and Lautrec's just sort of down there sitting across from the Firekeeper for a while. And then, as you just saw, Lautrec is gone, and so is the Firekeeper. So that's apparently happened. And now, because the Firekeeper isn't there anymore, that bonfire cannot be used. Hey, Crestfallen. Hey, Cress. I'm sorry, I'm not going to call you that. You're not Cress at all. What did you do?
Did you ring the second bell?
Yeah, but I'm
That
more
is
worried about the
incredible,
murder.
I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
Oh, right.
Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here.
Oh.
Maybe it's time I do something about it. Maybe it's time I do something.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes for you. We'll see what he's talking about here in just a moment. In the meantime, I'm just going to come over here to the very beautiful view. Because it's time for the break. And before I go on to the break, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian... I think Alexa during this break, thank you for the stream. Thank you for stopping in. At the moment, we're doing this every weekday, so if you wanted to come back, you could. Sorry, let me start again from the top. Black Lives Matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. The lives of people of color matter. Palestinian, Ukrainian, Sudanese, Congolese, Iranian lives matter. There are many ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers upon this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid, as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less. And people with a firm foundation under them don't need as big a lever to move the world. So on the break, I'm going to go to the mutual aid hashtag on my social media and boost what needs I can. I recommend that you check out mutual aid initiatives that exist in places you operate, both online and in meat space, because the only way we get out of this is through. The only way we get through this is together. In the meantime, maybe do a stretch or drink some water or have a snack, hit the restroom, take your meds if it's time for you to take your meds. Do whatever self-care is useful to you. I'll do the same, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit. I was about to say, let me bring up the wiki roulette, but I'm not going to do that. Because I know what I'm going to be researching. We'll just read this together when we come back. Hey, I'm back. Let's learn a little bit about Snakes and Ladders. Snakes and Ladders is a board game for two or more players regarded today as a worldwide classic. I wonder, honestly, if it is still regarded today as a worldwide classic. I suppose it's a classic, but I don't know if the youth, if a young person knows what the fuck a snake or well, they would know individually what a snake and a ladder is, but not why those two things would be connected to each other. I don't feel like I've ever seen like or haven't recently seen like a shoots and ladders at like a store, at like a big box store where there are, children's board games. I feel like shoots and ladders might have get taken off of the rotation. Anyway, the game originated in ancient India as, apologies for this possible mispronunciation, Moksha Patam, Liberation Lesson, and was brought to the United Kingdom in the 1890s. It is played on a game board with numbered gridded squares. A number of ladders and snakes are pictured on the board, each connecting to specific board squares. The object of the game is to navigate one's game piece according to die rolls from the start at the bottom square to the finish at the top, helped by climbing ladders and hindered by falling down snakes. The game is a simple race based on sheer luck, and it is popular with young children. The historic version had its roots in morality lessons, on which a player's progression up the board represented a life journey complicated by virtues, i.e., the ladders, and vices, i.e., the snakes. The game is also sold under other names, such as the morality themed I tried. It's morality themed Shoots and Ladders, which was published by the Milton Bradley Company starting in 1943. Let's skip over the equipment because it's a board game. You use dice and there are counters. Snakes and Ladders originated as part of a family of Indian dice board games, including, apologies again for the possible mispronouncement, Gyan Shapur and Pachisi, known in English as Ludo and Parcheesi. It made its way to England when sold as Snakes and Ladders, and then the basic concept was introduced to the United States as Shoots and Ladders. Popular in India by the name Moksha Patam, it is also associated with traditional Hindu philosophy contrasting karma and kama, or destiny and desire. It emphasized destiny as opposed to games such as Pachisi, which focused on life as a mixture of skill, free will, and luck. The underlying ideals of the game inspired a version introduced for Victorian England in 1892. The game has also been interpreted and used as a tool for teaching the effects of good deeds versus bad deeds. The board is covered in symbolic images used in ancient India, the top featuring gods, angels, and majestic beings, while the rest of the board was covered with pictures of animals, flowers, and people. The ladders represented virtues such as generosity, faith, and humility. 3 is the magic number after all, but it's not those 3. While the snakes represented vices such as lust, anger, murder, and theft. The morality lesson of the game was that a person can attain liberation, moksha, through doing good, whereas by doing evil one will be reborn as lower forms of life. The number of ladders was fewer than the number of snakes, as a reminder that the path of good is much more difficult to tread than a path of sins. Presumably, reaching the last square, number 100, represented the attainment of spiritual liberation. Citation needed. And then it goes into its sort of delineation through its being traded back and forth between cultures. But that initial karmic value thing is the bit I wanted specifically to look up. There's a lot more history of this. Also gameplay and specific editions. And mathematics of the game with a chart. All right. We're gonna We're gonna get back to the dark souling. And I said I was gonna go see Andre, so I'm gonna go see Andre. No, I shouldn't say those words out loud. Oh, hey, you're back. Where's the rest of your people?
Oh, you again?
Uh-huh.
Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
No. A part of me really wants to backstab you just on principle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
I think you just have the same miracles that you had previously, yes. And I just got out of your covenant. I do not wish to enter it again. We can get back to Andre pretty quickly by just going up the elevator up to the cathedral. Oh, hey, speaking of, this would be a good time to get the, to go do that thing that I was putting off. It would actually be an excellent time to do that. So hang on, let me go do the thing I was gonna do and get my falchion and upgrade the falchion. It's like the scimitar I currently have, but bigger. Oop. Bigger is not always better, but in this particular case. Oop, no. Hit a moss pump instead. Hey there.
Why, that's a fine ember you have there.
Oh, hey,
I
yeah.
could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
Hey, Andre's mouth actually moves. You'll notice, or perhaps you didn't, but I certainly did. Most of the times when characters speak to you, their mouths don't move. I don't know why they put in the effort to give Andre lip flaps. But sure, go ahead and have this large ember.
Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
Okay, let's reinforce a weapon. Right there. Falchion. How many fucking Titanite shards do I need? +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already have 2, so 7. Purchase. Nope, not 44. 7 Titanite shards. Reinforced falchion? Yes. Reinforced falchion? Please. Reinforced falchion? You know it. Reinforced falchion? Yes, ma'am. Reinforced falchion? Absolutely. There we go. Can we? Yeah, we can. We can also, if we wanted to, use the large ember that we just got to upgrade the scimitar falchion with large titanite shards to a much larger, not to much larger, but past level 5, or we could turn it into a raw scimitar or falchion, which means that it's... haven't really talked about like weapon scaling. Different weapons deal more or less damage depending on your abilities. The reason that I've been dumping a lot of skill points into dexterity is that curved weapons work on dexterity mainly. And yeah, so changing the falchion to a raw falchion would change that scaling down there from B with dexterity to C, which means it would get less of a buff from however much dexterity I'm putting into my character, but it would give a overall damage buff. I don't really know what their justification for that is. And further, I'm not going to do that. I think I am, though, going to... No, not quite yet. I want to have a look at the display, please. Thank you. I think I am going to upgrade the falchion some more, though. There we go. We have a level 7 Falchion.
Don't get yourself killed.
I won't.
Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
And now I just gotta remember to equip it. There we go. There we go. That's the big chunky weapon of my dreams. Let's take the rest of those souls that we got and use them for level ups. So how many levels are we? 4 of them. There's a cap at which leveling things starts to drain off of being useful. I don't think it's this quite yet. I think it's a little further than 20. I've not brought up resistance at all. I get to do that. It would help me not get poisoned faster. That'd be nice. What brings up bleed resistance? Is it just endurance? Yeah. What stat brings up poise specifically? It doesn't look like any of them. Yeah, let's just dump those into resistance. Maybe that's a bad idea. Oh, I should also reverse my hollowing? No, it'll be fine. So here we go back into Sen's Fortress, which is finally open. And certainly, with how bad Blighttown was, surely there's not going to be a whole mess of bullshit waiting for us in Sen's Fortress. Nope, we're going to be on Easy Street now that we've opened Sen's Fortress. Except that we have been seen by this massive snake man. Apologies, these two massive snake men. how far back do I need to go before you quit following me? Oof. Okay. Probably all the way back to the bonfire. Probably not all that way. Oh, no, pretty far, because as soon as I stepped out of that archway again. Oh, no, you're all the way in here, huh? What the fuck just happened? That was fun. One of the snake men did a jab at me and then fucking disappeared. God, the snake men have so much health. I am actually going to run away again. But run away the other way. So I can get you out into the Shania Twain zone. Oh, hey! That's interesting. So the one that disappeared apparently just respawned back at their regular point because they're over there now. Where they had been doing a murder on me. I've never seen that before. Can I get you to do it again? You're just like not allowed by the governance of your land to enter the sacred cathedral. Does that mean I can just sort of pop you with wooden arrows from here? It's like, there's no good reason to not do it again. I see what you assholes mean. It is fun to attack someone who isn't going to attack you. Oop. Alright, well. Oh, okay. I'm just sort of having this fight on this narrow little walkway. I should be making better decisions than this. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of, like, better decisions for me to make, because they are directly between me and the place I wish to get to. Oh, you are gonna walk. Oh, no. You actually physically aren't allowed to go all the way in here. That's fascinating. The second you try, you get teleported back to your, like, starting position. Wild. Alright, finally. That's one of the snakes went down. Now we'll just fight the other one in a big open zone where we can actually get backstabs in. Should I try and learn the parry timing for you? Like, probably. Oh, that's definitely thunder. That explains why the fireplace is making that noise it's making. Alright, let's just walk forward. Just walk forward. Just walk forward. Through, on this very narrow ledge between these massive goddamn pendulums. It's just totally regular. Be very careful to not fall over as we fight people on these incredibly narrow goddamn walkways. Not as narrow as Blighttown's. Still too narrow for comfort. And I will say this about Blighttown. It might have been shoddy, but at least there weren't massive bladed pendulums. Which is not something we can say about Sen's Fortress. So oh, I forgot to talk to Frampt. Shit. I should do that? I can get back there without a lot of difficulty. Yes, I'm actually going to do that, because that's actually, like, story important. For narrative, I should go fucking talk to Frampt. Oh, hey, another of the lizardmen got up here. How'd you do that? Okay, well, it turns out it doesn't matter. I'll just step forward. Step forward. Okay, great. And we're gonna not step on that pressure plate that shoots arrows at us. So, Sen's Fortress. This is something we're about to learn from Frampt. But Sen's Fortress is the next stop on our trials, I guess. The chosen undead, which is absolutely what we are. We're chosen, you see. It couldn't just be any old asshole. No, it's us, specifically. The chosen undead is designed to go and ring the bells and then go through trials and then finish the fucking fight on behalf of Lord Gwyn and his cronies. I didn't really talk about it at the beginning of the game, did I? No, so the game opens up, as all of the Souls games do, and including Demon's Souls, with a brief explanation of, like, the state of the world, right? Kind of a creation myth of, here is the thing. Here is the world. Here is why it is like this. And here, sort of, are the people responsible. in this case, like Gwyn and Nito and the Witches of Azalith and fucking Seath, that asshole. And it is kind of that I know you can see Frampt there, and we'll talk to him in a moment. It's it is interesting to remember, I think, as you go through, you see that big creation myth where it's like, oh, Gwyn took his lightning and he killed all the dragons, all of them. Don't worry about it. There's no dragons anymore. And Seath was a weedy little turncoat and sold out the rest of the dragons so that he could keep living. And the Witches of Izalith, like, did a great big fire magic, and Nito covered the land in pestilence and plague. And then we actually get into it's sort of framed heroically, right? And then we actually get into the game, and we see the results of that. We see that there are still kind of dragons around, and we see that, hey, I didn't get too deep into it, but Nito covering the land in pestilence kind of caused everything in Blighttown to be poisoned. And I didn't get too far into the area just beyond Blighttown, but that's where the Witches of Izalith are, and they sure did do a great big fire magic. It's kind of the difference between, like, their framing of themselves as the conquerors and tamers of this land, and the realities of the people living there, right? To sort of go along with that, here's Frampt.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frampt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
Sure, I love other people telling me what I'm supposed to do with my life.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn.
Golly
so
me.
that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Golly and jeepers, it seems like such a big, important task.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
So, let's go ahead and keep talking.
Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution.
So let's talk again about Lord Gwyn's great big book of lies. Because again, the first time we were told about the chosen undead, in quotes, we were told, oh, you need to go and you need to go to Lordran and ring the bell. And then when we get here, it's like, no, there's actually 2 bells. And it's like, oh, okay. And then we ring those 2 bells, and we come here, and it's like, no, you don't just have to, and Frampt tells us, no, you don't have to ring the bell. You have to make your way to Anor Londo and get the Lord Vessel. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Anything you need to tell me about that, incidentally? Oh, it's absolutely through a massive fucking pile of traps first. You have to go through a massive fucking house of traps in order to get there first. Sure, okay, seems great. Also, we can just feed you stuff. Oh, right. This is what I'm supposed to do with dung pies. So you get souls for feeding him stuff. Basically, this is how you sell off things. And most of the things aren't terribly useful, but the motherfucker just loves dung pies and will pay you 200 souls a pop. So, like, yeah, I've got 3 and I might as well.
Farewell, chosen undead.
Yep.
I remain here and await thee.
Sure, I'm absolutely the chosen one. You don't say this to every motherfucker who washes up on your shore or anything. So, the thing I'm doing is explicitly, like, sort of, flippant and broad strokes. There are a lot of people out there who have done much deeper dives into sort of Dark Souls' lore and the way in which its lore is specifically designed to misdirect its player in a way. Now, I don't know if I want to use the word misdirect like that. The game is not misdirecting the player, but the characters in the game are misdirecting your character who you are playing. That's a the way I'm phrasing it sort of makes it sound like it's a distinction without a difference, but I do count it as difference. Oh shit, what? Why did you respawn? Nobody else respawned. I just passed the corpses of all those skeletons. They didn't respawn. Why did you? Okay. I sort of feel that was wholly unnecessary, but alright, I guess. Asshole, get the fuck down here then. Here, do me a favor, walk over that thing so you get hit by arrows. Oh, you didn't do that. Hey, little Rem, I need you to move faster than that. Ooh, taking 2 of those at once was a little more than I could bear. Ow, okay. Ow. Okay. I was trying, like, on the fly to learn that parry timing. Okay, we're gonna try this again. And I guess I have to activate the thingy, not you, so... Let's wait for you to run out here. Really? Okay. I might as well try and learn how to do this parry real quick. I don't know. I guess they're cute. The snake men's. I've never really sat and thought about it too much. Ooh. Give me this thing. It is the soul of the brave warrior, thank you. Alright, back into Sen's Fortress. Am I gonna be able to get all the way up to Sen's Fortress in 10 minutes? I'm not. Do I want to go an extra like 15 in order to do that? I don't have confidence that I won't die at least twice. And I do have to get all the way up to the top of Sen's Fortress in order to be able to fucking hit another bonfire. So I actually am just going to call the stream right here. Let's go back to the previous bonfire. And can I level up off this? Not really. I can level up once. I might as well just repair my equipment instead. I'll just run through this very quickly. So, I'm not going to be streaming over the course of the week. Or over the course of the weekend, because I need time to do other things. So I'm going to be back here on Monday. I'll do some pre-pro over the weekend and probably go clear out that little like divot where in Blighttown where I died, because there's not actually anything like story interesting in there. There's just like a couple of items I want. And maybe do some leveling up. But I will be back here on Monday, continuing with the Dark Souls. Until then, I have been Remy. Of the Free Association. Reminding you that I love you. That I want you to remain alive. And hoping that you take care of yourself and look out for each other.